So man, how was your trip? Okay.
Oh, really? I haven't told you all about it. No,
Nah. I
no,
think
it
maybe
was.
maybe you told other boys, but I've not been on
Yeah,
the call. Like I've not been on
yeah,
any
yeah.
calls,
So
bro.
funny enough,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's actually the shirt we wore for it. Is like it says like I
It's
think
just
it's what
you.
Jesus
It's
te ama. I
just
mean like
Tiama. It's just
Jesus
Tiama.
loves you essentially.
Okay.
So
It's
yeah,
Tiama.
but yeah, so it was to Ecuador. It was a mission trip, and it was great, man. I got to tell you, I was gonna tell you, one, the views unmatched. We mostly stayed in like a high elevation place, so like
Yeah.
mountainous. The it wasn't as like a more underdeveloped, more rural, more like countryside, rural farmland area. High elevation, so it was like hard to breathe. Like by like the second or third day, you take a few steps and you're like, ugh, I'm so tired. But it was great, man. We did VBS vacation Bible school. So every day kids would come. It was about 3 4 days. Kids would come. We would break up into groups. They would do like games, crafts, prayer and worship. Teach them how to pray. Um, so it was quite the experience, man. I got to say, quite this experience.
Seems
Yeah,
life changing.
I mean, yeah, it was crazy impactful, man. It was everybody spoke like it's a Spanish speaking country, and I don't know a lick of Spanish, so you have to find your way.
I'm
You
sure
know,
you have to by now you can say something. Tell me something. Just say something in Spanish.
barely, bro.
Just say
Barely.
something. Just say something. Say
I know,
something.
like,
Okay.
they told us some like oh, like God bless you is like Dios te bendiga, for example,
Dios,
or
Dios te bendiga.
I think how are you is como estás, something like
Co-
that.
I've heard that before, so I feel
Como
like that's correct.
estás, or
I feel like como estás. Como
bro, I
estás.
don't know, bro. Some people in
Yes.
the group they knew some Spanish. So I was just following along, bro. Two we're talking, he'll be like, huh. And I'll be like, what is it? Then they narrated it to me, and I'm like, oh.
uh-huh.
At some point where I was helping them like hang up like decorations for the service, right?
Yeah.
But then it was so funny because they would try and tell me about it, and I have no idea what's going on. And then they would tell someone else, and be like, "Oh!" Then when I was all laughing, so
Uh,
it was cool, but it was a really great experience.
you said
Um,
1 week.
so we left on a Monday and came back on a Saturday, so
Okay.
about 1 week, give or take. But yeah, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, I guess I won't say unfortunately, but we didn't get to really like explore the more like cityscape. We mostly stayed in that like rural area, working with the people. So if you tell me, well, how is Ecuador, I guess I wouldn't have the best explanation because I really stayed in like the very rural areas. So, but then no, the views were unmatched, definitely. Like the because it was so high up, you can see like a lot at once, like a panorama or something. So, like because you're like in mountains, literally, so you can like literally see a lot. And then at night, it's just like lights and everything. So no, it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. It was
Wait,
beautiful.
since
Yeah.
you're in the like rural area, was there any like you know um how like experience like uncomfortability? Like I'm asking like since
Oh,
we've been in
definitely,
Nigeria,
definitely.
so I'm
The
asking like
toilet situation was
like
was not
toilets,
pleasant.
yeah. I
Yeah, the toilet
was
situation was not pleasant.
just
Um,
like
dust. The dust was terrible, bro. Like, I think that these kids, they're conditioned to this atmosphere,
yeah.
so
So
it's nothing. But bro, having to like try to chase them, run around, bro, the dust was ridiculous. Some people like I didn't really they'll take a tissue and wipe their nose. This tissue is black when they bring it
does.
out. Yeah, the dust was a lot. It's quite the issue. There were a lot of dogs, a lot of like like stray dogs,
Okay,
and
straight up.
yeah,
Did
but
they
then
attack? Did they like
no, they were
friendly?
surprisingly well trained. I mean, I won't say trained because
Well
I
trained
won't say they're
stray
tame,
dogs.
but then they were
Trained straight up.
surprisingly well behaved. Like they wouldn't like well, most wouldn't enter into the buildings. They would just sit outside the doors. There none was particularly violent.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
um, So I was well. I would say I won't call them wild dogs because I won't call them wild. For just street dogs,
Yeah.
I was impressed. They were sufficiently trained for street dogs. It seemed like to me at least. I didn't really interact. I just kind of just walk by them, but
And they don't like,
no,
woof
they
off
don't
off.
bark at
Yeah.
you or anything. They just keep doing their thing. So yeah,
That's
it was
nice.
cool though. And then to get off the to get up to the so at a certain point the bus couldn't go because the road is just not paved. So we
Yeah.
kind of all like entered into the back of like a truck. Imagine like I call it a truck. I think the best term is a truck, but then bro, this is like I can send you a picture later,
Like a
but it
mini
was an
truck.
experience though. It was an experience, just open air, just holding on to like 15, 20 people just in the back of like a truck. Just
Oh, I
hold,
think I know what kind of truck you're talking about. I
you
think
know what I
like
mean? Like none, then it's
I
like
like a pickup truck but bigger. Like a you know how there are these cars that have front and then it's just like a open car, like open boot.
something
But
like
then
that.
bigger, like a bit bigger. I think
But bigger, but and it's like an old
yeah,
vehicle,
I can imagine.
not a
Yeah,
modern vehicle. It's like an
yeah.
old vehicle.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it was quite the experience. So it was cool, man. And it's quite and funny. I think on the last day or so, we went to like the more modern parts, and it's just the contrast was like wow. To think
For
that
real?
like in the same country, like I mean, it makes sense. Like when looking back, I mean, that's like every country, even in America. Like they have the rural parts, maybe in like the Midwest, and then there's like the more city parts, in, like say New York and etc. You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah.
then it was just like, oh no, that this happens where there's just a more developed part, and then I mean, a couple hours away or so, it's just very rural and remote. So it's just like
I mean, it's like Nigeria.
it's like everywhere, man.
Like
Honestly,
yeah,
like
it's like
everywhere,
everywhere
like
has it.
everywhere. You know, there's always the countryside, less developed, more, I guess, farm agrarian. Then there's the more city, malls and all that good stuff. So it was cool though. It was
So you can put that on your
definitely good. It's
checklist.
definitely great experience, man. Great experience. And
So you can put it
funny
on
is
your
like so
checklist
much
now.
happened in such a short period of time. Literally the day I came back, it was like all that just happened like yesterday or 2 days ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
because
In a different
because the
place.
last day was Friday. We had like a revival service at night, and then from there, literally went to the airport. So we got to the airport like 12,
Home.
like midnight on Saturday, like midnight 1 a.m. Saturday. We got to the airport. I thought it was like 3 a.m. Saturday, right? So literally got back to Maryland at sometime like eveningish of Saturday because we had a connecting flight in Panama City. And then before we went to Dulles Airport in Virginia, then we drove back to Maryland. So on the drive back, it was like, oh, that just happened like less than 24 hours ago. You know what I mean? It was like
Yeah,
almost surreal feeling that
yeah.
like thanks. And then obviously like the backlash after I got back, just being tired, having a cold, nah, but the physical backlash hits you, dude. But then, yeah, but then it was great, man. It
How's
was
the
great, definitely.
time zone? The time zone very different.
It's
Like
about it's fairly similar, like an hour. I think an hour
okay.
difference. It's fairly similar, about an hour difference in time zone. Or is it 3 hours? Let me check something.
Check something. Might be
What's the time in Ecuador?
time in
Okay,
Ecuador.
yeah. So they're 1 hour earlier.
1 hour early. Okay.
So yeah, that was the time difference. 1 hour. So I was right.
It's like
Okay, but yeah, man, it was great. It was
you can
definitely a
put it
good
on your
experience.
checklist now. You've been to Ecuador
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Panama City.
Panama City was just much as just the airport, but I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess. I guess.
That's unreal. You've been to minimum 3 continents now.
I've been to all but Australia and Antarctica. If you count Antarctica,
So you've been to Asia? You've been to
I've
Asia?
been to Dubai. Yes,
Okay, Asia.
so that's Asia. Yes, so yeah. Then
Oh
been to
wow.
Africa,
Oh,
been to North
you're on
America,
track. You're on
been to
track.
South
Just been to
America, been
Australia.
to Europe. Yeah,
The Lounge Down Under. That's all you need to
bro,
go to now.
Australia, where where all your all your horrors come to life.
Oh, all your I mean, but apparently it's not that bad. People are living there. I
Bro,
mean,
every dangerous thing is Australia. Every dangerously
yeah,
exotic, rare
animal.
thing that will kill you, Australia. You know,
Yeah,
bro, Australia is just home to so many things, man. It's
yeah.
crazy. And correct me if I'm wrong. Like most of the inhabited parts of Australia are on the coast, right? Most of like the middle is like
Forest.
forest,
I
and
think so.
is
I
it?
think so. I feel like that sounds right. I know there's like main parts, then it just becomes like foresting, like inside. But I mean, this is the land down under, bro. It sounds like a cool place to
The
visit.
Great Outback. That's what they call it, something like that. But wow, Australia, that's quite. And then New Zealand is like off the coast of Australia, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's around that
For
area.
the longest time, I always
It's,
wondered
it's
where the heck is New Zealand in this world.
yeah, it's around that
But
area.
then,
I
but
think there's
yeah,
a third one. I think it's Australia, New Zealand, and something else, but I can't remember. I don't know. I might
I
be
won't be
mixing it
surprised if
up.
there are other like smaller
Yeah,
islands, but then all that. But yeah, man. I definitely want to travel more, especially after school. Just travel more, man. Even in Africa, bro. Just other African countries, because literally, I've only been to Nigeria and Africa. That's really
for
it.
real?
I haven't been to any other African country.
Yes. I mean,
You know,
you've been to. Okay, actually, you might have not been. I was going to say you've been to Cameroon, but that's
nah.
complicated. It's like the border. I forgot what it is. It's like Obudu Cattle Ranch. I was there, and there's like a border where like
Oh,
one side is
I've actually
Cameroon.
been there, bro, years ago.
Yeah, so
I've
yeah,
been
like,
to
see,
that.
see, so that's what I was trying to talk about. Like
Oh, okay.
that border is like one side of Cameroon,
Oh,
one side of
really?
Nigeria.
But
But you probably
interesting.
didn't go there. It's just you could see it because they always
Yeah,
point at it
yeah.
like, oh, that is Cameroon right there, and you're like,
Oh,
wow. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, that's Cameroon.
But
That's
definitely want to
cool.
just move or just go different places. Even in here in America, there's so many places that I haven't even been to. So many states I haven't visited. You know, so much stuff I haven't done. But yeah, well, we'll do.
Be careful. Be careful as you're moving through these states. That's what. Let me tell you that. Because not everybody
Nah,
wants to see visitors. Just be careful as you're moving
by
through these
God's grace, we're
states.
gonna be all right. By God's grace, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. By God's grace,
Please, man.
we're gonna be all right. So yes, that was that. So good experience. Shout out to my church, New Hope Church. But yeah, it was great. Hey man, how you been? How you been?
Ah man, I've been busy.
I can tell from your
Just
last
in the
text.
grind. Yeah,
From your last
guy.
text, I can tell you've
It's
been busy.
just facts. Like now I'm waking up late. I'm sure you were like when I said I woke up late. So the guy's like, I'm always there. I'm always early on Saturday, but guy, I woke up late, slept late, guy. I feel like this last week there was so much to do, and I did not plan for it ahead. So it was just like it all just piled up. It's just piled up. You gotta do everything, and you have to do everything. I mean, I can't. I won't feel comfortable just not doing it if that makes sense. Like if I'm like, oh yeah, fuck
Hmm.
this. I won't feel comfortable, so I have to do everything, which just means less time, less time for yourself to do other things. That's why now I
Hmm.
was like, yeah, this weekend I'm going to actually start everything, have everything on track, and like know exactly when everything is due and what it is. Because sometimes you know it's due, but you don't know what it is, like what it takes. If that makes sense, like what
That's
what's it going
true.
to
That's
take.
true.
Then when you now see it, you're like, oh shit, this is going to take. It's going to take a while. And you're like, oh, okay, now this is not going to be easy. So now I'm just trying to know what is due and what is like it contains. And hopefully
That's
this week
true.
will go
That's fair.
better. But it's just been like that. And since I've just been in school, like it's crazy. I've been in school this whole year. Like I want to call it like that's actually unreal. Like I've just been in school this year. Like there's been
Yeah,
no
that's
break,
true.
just in school.
That's
I'm
true.
like, damn. So I feel like that's also what's piling up. It's just the fact that you just continue moving from one thing to the next without any breaks.
Hmm.
But I would honestly wish you could just like take a break, like just take like a break, like when nothing matters, like no thinking ahead of I have this coming up, just an actual break where you're just like nothing matters, like I'm not thinking ahead, nothing just matters, and then get back. But unfortunately, you can't do that, so we have to continue. We have to continue.
Dang. Well,
Nah, that's just me.
more power
I'm
to
looking
you,
forward
bro.
to the I'm looking forward to the 90-day stuff. Looking forward to that.
Oh yeah,
Like that'll give me
yeah,
something to look
yeah,
give me something to look at. Like at least I'll be more interested. Give me something
yeah.
to
For
Try and do.
context, um,
Try and do.
us and a couple of our friends were doing this 90 days thing where for 90 days we pick certain habits we want to develop, and then we just keep track of, who did what, when, how we did, and then evaluate at the end. So we did it last couple months. So we want to go doing it again. So something you can do with other people if you want. It's really nice when you can look back and say, "Oh, dang, I was slacking." Like, dang, I really did that. So like, it's a good reflection piece. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely need to start that
definitely
again.
is. Definitely is. So,
Sooner rather than later.
I
But
mean, it
yeah,
starts tomorrow. It
yeah.
starts tomorrow.
Oh, for real?
That's it. Yeah, I
You're
thought
going to start tomorrow?
that's
I
what
don't
they
know.
said last week.
I left the meeting. I left that meeting
Oh,
early, so I don't
that's what
remember
they said
what.
last week.
I mean, if that's cool, I'll text in the group chat and see what people are saying.
We probably
But
have to
I,
talk
I,
again
yeah,
tonight.
definitely.
Like,
I feel like
yeah, because
from the last one, the one thing that actually stuck was like reading. I feel like that's
facts.
one that I feel like I could like take reading off like the list or even for the next one because I feel like that's one thing I've consistent. Because
Yeah.
I think I can say I have a habit of reading now. I think I can say that. It's
I
mostly
can see
it's
that.
mostly been audiobooks to be
Uh,
I guess some people don't really count that, but I mean it's what it is.
I
But I
mean, it's the
definitely
same quantity.
you're still getting the content.
Yeah, it's the
So
same quantity.
yeah, so I think that's one thing that has stuck reading. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'd have said like it wouldn't count as much if like you went in school. But yeah, like I feel like the act of reading, let's say just reading, counts more if you're like in the workforce where you actually don't like read as much. You're more of doing
Mm,
things. But then since you're still like in school, I'll say like audiobooks is the same kind of value because you're still reading. It's just that now you're reading, you're like getting things you want to learn. If that makes sense,
facts.
kind of.
Facts.
It
Yeah,
makes
that's
more
true.
sense.
That's true. That's true.
But then once you're in the workforce, nah, no more audiobooks. Straight reading. You don't actually sit down and open the book
But
and
the
read.
thing about audiobooks,
Yeah.
they're just so convenient. Like
Yeah.
I'm cleaning my room, I'm listening to audiobook, I'm going to do this, I'm working out, I'm listening to audiobook. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like it's
yeah.
just so much. I'm about to go to bed, I have my eyes closed, I'm lying down, listening to audiobook. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
it's convenient in that way, in that you can just get more while doing other things. But I get what you mean, Sha. In terms of like building your focus and concentration, definitely
Mm,
physical copy is better.
yeah.
But to each
In
their
terms
own, I
of
suppose.
quantity, audiobooks you can get through so quickly. Like you can finish like a
True.
500 page like quicker than you'd have ever imagined. From
Yeah.
where like when we used to read books actually like you used to read books in the library.
Yeah, because even think
Now
about
you
it,
can just
human beings,
get
we've been listening far longer than we've been reading.
facts, facts,
You know,
facts,
we've been
facts.
listening for all of our creation, and yet, well, we've only been reading like languages for comparatively a short time. So our listening is much more developed. Like right now, I listen to things with like 1.25 speed, like, and I feel like below that is slow for me now. I feel like my ears have gotten level like so like
Yeah,
YouTube videos, audiobooks. At least I used to be like 1.25 speed.
yeah. I
Anything
feel
below that just sounds drawn out. Sometimes I go to 1.5 actually. Sometimes I do 1.5 speed actually. And funny enough, the first time I heard people doing that, so listen to books at 2 times speed, I'm like, there's no way you're actually hearing what they're saying. There's no way you're actually
yeah,
retaining that content. But I mean, if you train your ears up, you get. It reminds me of
yeah,
when he's listening to things at like 10 times
yeah.
speed. I'm like, there's no way you can hear this. But like, if you
You
train
train.
your ears, you can actually
You
hear
can.
things like really fast and actually retain everything. So that's
Yeah.
interesting. That's very
You
interesting.
understand? I feel like it's just the same way. Like you understand the language. Like if a Frenchman is talking to you, you know, I don't know if it happens to you, but to me, whenever we had like French or like classes like that, whenever they
Uh,
spoke, it sounded so quick. Like
yeah,
I was
definitely.
like,
Facts.
what are you saying? Like it sounded so quick before you're trying to break it down. Okay, je m'appelle. He said that means I am. Then you're like you're breaking it down in
Yeah.
your own head because you don't understand the language. You're trying to break it down. So to them, it's like normal. It's like I'm just speaking normally. But then when you hear it, like, what are you saying? Just quick. So it's on the same line of listening. Listening changes. Training your ears is different.
Yeah, that's
You
true,
want do
sure.
you want to learn a language? Do you want to? I was thinking about putting something there about like I don't know French or French each day. You know, a few minutes of
That's
French
interesting.
or a
So
few minutes
actually,
of
I
Spanish.
actually
I
do
want
want
to
to learn a
learn.
language.
Yeah,
So I kind of do Duolingo for a couple of languages. And the next thing is, personally, I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna put language. I feel like I don't. I know I don't have the time to put the necessary efforts. I feel like it's more so just a when I have time thing right now. It's not something that I'm willing to commit to every day right now, but definitely something I want to
Okay.
do. Even like there's this thing I'm looking into. It's called Igbo podcast. So they essentially teach people Igbo essentially.
Okay.
And I learned it like technically. So I have a good foundation because I learned it in like primary school and hear it here and there. But I feel like my foundation needs some touching up, and I just because I typically don't speak it to anybody, so it just keeps
Yeah.
getting worse. So I'm looking into doing that. They have like they kind of go to like a teacher student course type thing when they kind of just teach you different things. So I'm looking into that. I'm actually do that, because it's important to learn and all that stuff. But language is definitely on my radar of things to do. If we
Yeah.
keep consecutively doing 90 days, it will definitely get there at some point. But this next one, nah, I don't have the time to really
Yeah.
invest into what it takes right now.
The reason I even want to put it is because it's just like a takeaway from school. Like it's not school related. School related. If that makes sense. That's why I'm thinking about. I want to put something that's like not work related. So when I'm doing it, I don't feel like it's a job. Like I want things that like something that I'm like interested in. It's like something I
I
can
mean,
look
yeah,
forward
yeah,
to.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
listen
yeah.
to like
Like for me, like,
something
I just like guitars. That's what I'm interested in. So I mean,
yeah,
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 something like that.
it's important, definitely, definitely.
Where's
It
more?
can't all be work, work, work. There has to be like
That just reminded me. I was like saying it's what I said in the group, bro. Leaving this matrix ain't gonna be easy. Can't lie to you. Last week is when I realized I was like, all this time
Ah,
I've been underestimating. It's like I don't know how you guys are, but me personally, I know I've been underestimating. I was like, there's no way I'll just get distracted by like work and forget everything else. Until this week, I was like, wow, there is a way. Like there's a reason it's called the
yeah,
rat race.
yeah,
Like once you're in, it's like, bro,
bro.
you
I'm
just
telling you. I don't
have
even
to
remember the one time
like
I randomly texted in the group chat. Greatness no be small thing. You know that day?
I remember. I
For me,
think I remember.
that's what I was like, Jesus. Like
It's
this,
just
the I think especially when you enter the workforce, probably because what I
yeah,
learned during my internship is like it's so much time. Like you said,
yeah.
9 to 5, but 9 to 5 is so much time of your day.
It is.
Like let's say at
It
the end of nine
is.
to five, you're just tired. You don't want to do anything else. You
Yeah.
go to sleep and then you just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's how
And you just
it just
rinse and
starts.
repeat.
Sorry,
But
every
by the
day.
time you have energy to do something else, you have to go do this. Now, when you have that small time, you're tired, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
lie to you. It's like wow.
It's, uh, it's actually
It's a,
crazy. It's
it, I, it's I can see how people just like forget their dreams. You know what I mean? And just like
yeah,
I can see it, bro. Even in school, sometimes when you're just going through the motions, like, assignment, this, that, and
yeah.
you don't even you're just not happy. That sounds a bit true. You're not happy. You're just not excited
No,
about anything in particular.
yeah.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
that's to say you're trying to change it, but that's you just said the same thing. Like you said, I'm excited,
Yeah,
happy.
happy.
You're
Some people
just
take happiness as trivial. So I
oh
want to just expand on that. Like you're not
yeah.
excited about anything. Nothing burns.
Mm,
Like you don't have passion for anything. You're just
yeah,
kind of just doing the motions to just kind of keep the lights on. Just
yeah.
doing and it's like
Keep the lights on. That's the best definition. Just trying to keep the lights on.
it's such a draining
That's
existence, man.
yeah,
It's sad that a lot of people don't have a choice. Like it's
yeah.
that or ruin, for them, their children, their whoever depending on them, and etc. etc. But it's like, dang, man,
It's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's
time
not
is
easy at
truly
all.
the greatest resource, bro. Having control over your
Actually,
time, bro. You know. And honestly,
it's
even
something.
I feel like I'm even the way even think I think about things like time, money. Yeah,
Yeah,
money is options, bro. At the end of the day, money is just options.
it actually is.
Money just gives you options to do different things. Like if you don't have money, you don't have options. You beggars can't be choosers. You just have to do whatever you can. But money just gives
Yeah,
you options, bro.
that's 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 solid facts. I can't even lie to you. That's just facts. As
Yeah.
trivial, that comes down to a trivial like basis. Like honestly, maybe if you a place that has like electric electric bikes, electric scooters. If you have money, you can get to maybe walk faster. So that gives you more time maybe for yourself to sleep because you have money to pay for this electric bike. But once you don't have that money, you have to walk. You have to
Or use
walk, and
bus,
walking
which I
takes
did.
more time, which means you need to take out more time. Like it's just, or use the bus if the bus is, if the bus buses are not arm free. So if the bus is free, maybe you hop on the bus. Or if the bus isn't free, you're like, yeah, man, I'm just going to walk. It just takes away that free time you might have had to have maybe extra sleep, or you might have had to maybe make breakfast. It's all gone because you need 20 minutes to go and walk. Money is it's just options. Options. It's crazy. It's crazy how it works.
Is
Crazy how it works.
right?
It's crazy how it works. Literally, it's
Oh
like
my goodness, man. It's
options.
dang. Wow.
That's crazy.
And just, I think the biggest skill one can gain is probably focus, bro. I was reading a book where they reference an interview with, I believe, two different people, or the same person interviewed. Was it Steve Jobs and Bill Gates or so? And they asked them what's the most important trait to have, and I think they both said focus. But when I think about it, it's just like it's so easy to get distracted, bro. It's so
It
easy to
is.
get distracted by just from what's truly important to you. You know what I mean? And it's like that's just
And
when you look back
honestly,
and you're like, dang, like I wasn't focused. You know what I mean? It's just
yeah,
focus is
I
just,
had
and
that
it's
feeling.
hard to
Yeah,
be, and it's hard.
yes,
It's
sir.
hard because there's just so many other this, and just think, nah, I'm rambling at
I
this
feel like
point.
I've had that feeling where you look back and you're just like, damn, bro, I could have. You could have done more in that time period,
Yeah.
but then you were just not as focused, and it's like you didn't know what to do. And I feel like tech makes it worse. Like is down up and down of technology. Like tech, yeah, I feel like it makes it worse because when I think about a period of when maybe when we were little and there was no tech. I'm remembering that time where it was just grinding for I think 1 year. I feel like I felt so let's say applied. Like I felt like okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And I still like play soccer. Like I was still doing things I wanted to do at the same time. Like I was still go ball soccer, was still balling soccer, still ball all that. And then I know when it goes class time to focus and do plus soccer. I felt because you had less options, and it just felt easier to make decisions. Because I had
Mm,
less options, it's easier to make decisions. Like, okay,
that's
now I
true.
have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do
The
this.
paradox of choice. I think that's what it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah. So
If you have give someone a choice of like 4 different flavors, they'll just pick one. You give them a choice of 24 different flavors, and now it's like they just don't even know what to do. I feel that.
like, yeah,
I feel that. I
it's
feel definitely.
this is so ironic. But during the summer, we're doing like a case on Benny Hanna, and that was one of their. They were like calling the owner, or let's say maybe it's CEO, but like the person that created it, like one of his smart decisions, because he made it such that there were only I think 4 sources of meat, so you could predict what everyone else was going to get. You knew, okay, yeah, I think it might have been three. I think it was beef, chicken, beef, and fish or something. No, it's not more fish, chicken, beef, and something. It might have been two.
Pork?
I don't think it's pork. It might
Mm.
have been two, but I know it was a small number as compared to most restaurants have like fish, this type of fish, this type of fillet. So in order to stack your resources, you have to like buy all these different things. Whereas for his business, he cuts costs immensely just by only offering two things. So whenever they come here, it's either they're getting this or this. So your resources are more streamlined and more fully used because you've given everyone
Mm.
less options. Like giving
Niching.
everyone so many options, you don't know what's going up. You have to be tracking everything, and it costs more money because you waste food.
Mm.
Food can't last. You can't keep food in the fridge for too
That's
long.
true.
It's going
That's
to die.
true.
But now okay, everyone is getting one of these two things. You know the focus, and it just cut cost immensely.
That's
It's on the same line of like
that's fact. Just like
less
specialization
choices.
and finding like a niche or a target
Yeah,
market. That's
yeah,
definitely.
and it's
Imagine
just
also like a McDonald's. Like at their time, like the fact that they only just served burgers and fries was like it was weird at the time. But it allowed them to just really scale up.
yeah,
They
just make
really took
money.
out everything else.
Like
Just
burger
but yeah,
fries.
even niche. I haven't been thinking of this is our podcast. I've been thinking, what's a niche? I mean,
I
I don't know
feel you.
yet, but this is something I think about. Like, what's our target market? What's our niche? What's our this? Because I think when you can find it and really dig deep, now it's a lot better because you, like you said, you're pulling your resources as opposed to spreading it out and kind of being diluted. But facts, though, facts.
It's,
That's good.
uh,
That's good.
it's crazy. It's crazy how see there's nothing new under the sun.
No
Like
facts.
like there's
Facts.
nothing new under the sun. Like whatever you think or any realization you've come to, it's like no. It's like it's been here. It's like bro, you've been here, bro. It's like no. Like
Oh
there's
my god.
nothing new under the sun, bro. It's just a matter of learning it or like seeing it and knowing it, experiencing it, or however you get to come to it. But like there's nothing new under the sun.
I
Like
feel that though. I feel that.
yeah,
I feel
so
that.
it's
Have you seen the Oppenheimer movie?
nah.
I know. I saw it yesterday. I was going to talk about it, but then I'll leave it
No,
for
no, no, no,
another
no,
episode.
no, 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 don't spoil that for me. Don't spoil
No
it for
problem.
me.
No
Don't spoil
problem.
it
I
for
was
me.
going to talk about it, but I
Don't
actually
spoil it
just
for
saw
me.
it last night. Um, yeah. So we'll
Let me just
bench that.
ask, was the hype merited? Because I know some people were telling me like it was overhyped. Some people said, no, I liked it, but it was like a niche kind of movie. Like the way it
I
was
think
explained, it
I will
wasn't.
agree with that. It's not the kind of movie where you come out like, "Whoa, that was a great
Yeah,
movie," but it
yeah.
was a nice, especially if you like. So I mean, some people don't like long movies. I think it's
Yeah.
like 2.5 hours. Like actual on
I don't
runtime it
even.
says it's 3 hours, but I feel like the first 30 minutes is like previews. She's like
Okay.
it's 2.5 hours of actual content, give or take. Um, I enjoyed it. I think it was a good viewing experience. Like I said, like I said, I agree with that niche thing. It's not the kind where you
Yeah.
come out like, "Whoa, that was a great movie!" Like, "Whoa, I'm
Yeah.
hyped, I'm excited." But it's like, you come out like,
Fair.
that was
Fair.
good. Hmm. So good viewing experience, I would say. I feel like maybe possibly those who thought it was overhyped thought it was good. When they saw explosion, they
Yeah.
attributed that emotion of like, whoa, they thought it was going to be like blockbuster, like boom, 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 explosion type, hype. So I
Yeah.
can, or maybe not, but I could see how they were. Even myself, to an extent, I did a movie. I was like, you know, I somewhat also expected like a rah rah feeling at the end, but like I didn't really feel that. But it was a good movie. Honestly, in my if I were to critique it, I would have liked to see. I wish it was longer, even.
Oh, you chose longer. That's surprising.
Like I mean, probably not as one movie. I guess
Um.
ideally maybe a series of sorts. But I just feel like it just I would have liked to see more of the dynamics between certain characters and relationships. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like it was already pretty long by the regular movie standards, so I suppose maybe they need to make it concise.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to. I feel like I would have felt certain things more if I understood more the relationship between certain characters and certain things and like this and that.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah, but
reminding me of Silver Surfer. That guy, Silver Surfer. You don't remember him?
Fantastic Four Silver Surfer.
I don't even know if like Fantastic Four that was like decades ago. Not Fantastic Four. I'm talking about like the Marvel where he in the whole Marvel series, like he only showed up once and died in that movie. Forgotten which movie it was.
Oh,
Like
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver was like
Quicksilver.
I could not believe it. I can't. That was a shocker for me. I was like, I've never
Yeah,
seen Marvel create a character and kill him within the same movie.
yeah.
I couldn't
Apparently, it
believe
was
it.
over like
I
rights to
couldn't
the
believe it.
character disputed. Like I think Marvel, Sony, or somebody couldn't decide how to delineate the rights to the
Just
character,
flashed him.
so they
They should
killed him
have
off.
not brought him, bro. They brought him and killed him
No,
right
but
there.
that's the thing. Though, they had already showed him in the end credits of a previous movie,
Okay,
so
first.
I feel like they could. I mean, they could, but they could
Good.
just wipe him out. I
Bro,
would
there's
assume, you know,
good, bro. There's always storyline. You can always create
because
storyline.
he and Scarlet Witch are twins. So like they need to if they're going to introduce Scarlet Witch,
Bro, she was not even he
they
was
need to bring him in somehow.
what you just said, I forgot. That's how insignificant he was. I didn't even remember that. Like, I didn't even remember him and Scarlet Witch were twins. And I liked the Scarlet Witch movie. Like, I really liked that movie. That one, I was actually it surprised me because when I was watching, I was like, this might not be as good because
What do you
whenever
mean,
they go
Doctor Strange
to
2?
Scarlet Witch,
Multiverse
This
of Madness or WandaVision? Which one?
the one where it was just her. Wait, am I thinking of Scarlet Witch at the
The
wrong
movie
thing?
or the show?
The movie.
So
Scarlet
that's Doctor
Witch.
Strange too.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's the one like with magic. Am I
Yeah,
mixing that up?
You're right. You're
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
you're right.
I didn't even remember. I don't even know like Silver Surfer is her. I don't even know how they are siblings, to
Quicksilver.
be honest with you.
Silver Surfer is a
See,
whole different
I
character.
don't even know his name, bro. That's how short he was, bro. I don't even know his name.
Okay, I
Like,
feel you there.
bro came and died within seconds.
Like
I don't even know his name.
if you're just a movie watcher,
Yeah.
I can see that. Like if you know
And
the comics or some background, you know this character. You already know
I
this.
don't know, bro.
But if even in X-Men movies, he's there.
Yeah,
But
but
the
that
character is there in X-Men
X-Men, those
movie.
were decades ago. Well, once I remember are those Marvel like series, and I was just watching the movies. By series, I'm calling it series, but I mean like the movies, the movies.
I
And
see. I
that guy,
see.
I remember he just came and died. I remember being so shocked watching him die. I was like, no way Marvel just brought this, because I didn't know this background story. I was
Okay.
like, no way Marvel just brought
Interesting
this guy and
perspective.
killed him, because he was meant to be a
Interesting
good guy. And
perspective.
yeah, he was meant to be a good guy. That's even what shocked me the most. Like, he was meant to be a good guy. Usually the good guys come, get their background story, jail. Then before they now, leave or die. This guy just came, died, boom, same movie. I was like, oh no. I could not believe it. So I was actually giving a round of applause to Marvel. I was like, wow. Like that was it. That was the first time I was shocked. Like I was like, wow. This guy came and died in the
Yeah,
same
round
movie.
of applause to
No,
Marvel.
facts, because you wouldn't have, like, I wouldn't have predicted it. Like as I saw him introduced, there's nothing I would have, I couldn't have put any money on the him dying that same movie I'm watching. I was like, oh wow, they just introduced this guy. Okay, he's going to be a character. He's going to, affect something later. That's how I thought. Just for him to die. I was like, wow. It's like Iron Man dying. Like that was like, it was like the main man gone. It's like, damn, just let the main man go. It's that kind of, not as gravitas, because Iron Man had more quantity. Had more quantity and quality. Silver, I don't say I don't know his name. Silver Surfer, Quicksilver, whatever his name is. He was just a character introduced and died. I was like,
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
it's
What are you
yeah,
talking about before we jumped into this Marvel?
I think
But I don't remember.
yeah, it was. I jumped into this because you said Oppenheimer didn't have enough, like their relationships weren't like shown enough. Like
I won't say
you
they
didn't
weren't
get to
shooting
see
enough.
them.
I wish I just saw more.
Yeah.
You know,
And I was just
I wish I
lining it
saw more.
to
Yeah. Okay.
Quicksilver that
Okay.
Quicksilver too. I don't know shit about him. I don't even
Okay.
know his name. We just found out today. I don't know his name. Anyone I called him Silver Surfer. I don't know who's Silver Surfer. Why did I think his name is Silver
And
Surfer?
that's a whole different character.
I don't even know why I think his name is Silver Surfer, but I don't know anything about him. Like you even told me. I honestly don't think I knew he was his sister. Like, what's her name? I've forgotten her name now. I didn't even know she
Scarlet
was
Witch.
related. Scarlet Witch. I didn't even know she was related to him.
Yeah.
And there was even this movie. Do you know the girl that like fights? I think she was like a ninja, went through ninja school.
Black Widow.
She's like a mini Black Widow. I think is that her name, Black Widow? Yeah, she was black first. I really liked her movie. Her own movie where it was just her backstory. I didn't expect to like it because I usually don't like, the plus ones movies. I usually don't like
The
plus ones movies.
Ones
But
movie.
I actually
That's a
really like
funny
that
way to
movie.
say the plus ones movies.
No, by plus one, it's not disrespect. It's just the
I know
people
what you
that
mean. I know what you
non-Marvel
mean.
fans don't know. Like if you're not,
I know what you
you
mean.
don't know these people. Like who's that? Like, who's Black Widow?
I know what you mean. I know what
Yeah,
you mean.
so I really liked that movie. Like, it was surprising. I didn't think I would, but it was actually pretty good. It gave me more encouragement to watch, more niche movies, like more
I know
of these
for me that kind
background
of already knew
guys.
some of her backstory. Like it was just
Yeah.
it was an okay movie. I didn't think it was great. I think it was all right.
Different perspectives. I didn't know, as I said, plus one. I didn't know anything about her.
I mean, I can see how if you don't know anything,
wow.
like this is like a little revelation. It's like a little wow context.
Yeah,
I can
lots
see.
of
I can
context.
see that. I can see that
Like,
for sure.
Would you say watching or knowing all these comics is spoiling the movie for you?
Sometimes
Because
it depends though. Knowing the comics can bring hype. Can bring like I feel like sometimes when I see characters I'm not so familiar with, I'm not as excited to watch the movies because like I feel like it's something about seeing what you saw in pages or cartoons in live action that's exciting. I feel like that's one of the reasons I really took to the whole MCU because like these are characters I've seen in other media portrayed in live action. So it was like, whoa, it's like a surreal thing. Like who would have
Yes.
thought a couple years ago that grown men or grown adults would be going to watch
Cartoon.
comic book characters on the big screen. Like back then, people have said, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is trivial. These are things
Childish.
people associate with like children.
Yeah, this is
Like, oh, you read
childish.
comic books, that's childish. You know what I mean? So like to see that now on like the big screen being mainstream, that's definitely big excitement. But then I feel like the sweet spot for me is like I know of the character, but I just don't know too much. I don't know
Yeah.
enough to be jaded, but I don't know too little to be disinterested. I think that's the sweet spot for me at least.
I can
Yeah.
feel that because the only reason I watched the Black Widow movie is because my cousin was like, "You should watch this movie; it's really good." As you said, because I didn't know her on a normal basis, I wouldn't have watched that movie. I would have just been like, "Yeah, so I don't know you. I wouldn't have watched the movie." But just because I was referenced and I now watched it, I was like, "Wow!" I was actually happy I watched it. Like, "Wow, this is actually
Like
solid."
something like
solid movie.
Eternals, because I didn't know who they were like comic wise,
Bro.
It pended before I watched that movie. I watched it on my laptop. No, not in the cinema. That's on my laptop.
I've not watched it yet, bro. I feel like
pended
whenever
before
I
I
heard
watched
you recommend, people were saying it was unnecessary. I don't know who are the Eternals. I know the name, but I was like, bro, like, yeah, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
unnecessary. Because they don't.
I will
didn't
say
affect much.
it was as of now, like they haven't really connected it much to technically at the end of Doctor Strange 2, the person he talked to was one of the Eternals, technically. But I mean they haven't really connected them to the rest of the MCU really. So
Yeah.
right now you can say they are somewhat inconsequential because we don't even know what they are doing.
Who knows? Maybe like
but
5 years from now, that movie will be good.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
it wasn't
like-
bad.
Yeah.
I like the special effects, like the way they showed their powers. I like it. Like, especially the girl that had the speed power. Like I feel like whenever people say, "Oh, the Flash has like Jan's animation and the
No,
CGI."
guy, leave Flash alone.
Wait,
Flash
wait.
is my God.
What was it? Flash has
Leave
like
Flash
subpar
alone.
CGI. Like they reference the CGI of that character as good. Like I love her speed CGI. Like it's really good. I think her name is Makari or something. One of the Eternals.
Whenever you're talking about Flash, you're talking about Flash the movie, but Flash the series. Leave my guy alone. You know what I'm saying? That was my show. That was my show. I don't know why it was just me that liked that stuff, but me,
I know. I
finished it.
I can't finish it, bro. Actually, let me say that.
Finished it, bro.
Bro, at some point, I got tired because it was just ruining. It was tainting the image I have of it. I had to stop. I won't be surprised. Out of nostalgia or curiosity, at some point I'll probably finish it at some point. But like, season 1, 2, season 4, when it said to tank. But then season 4 wasn't bad to me. But in retrospect, is when it started to ticking. When it started to tank. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 were the golden ages of Flash.
Yeah, I like my Flash though.
Season 4, season 5 was subpar. I feel like season 5 was like
season 5. Remind
Cicada.
me Cicada, was that the mind guy?
No, the guy with the dagger. When Nora, the mind guy was devoted season 4. So season 4 wasn't that bad. But I feel like if I were to put a breaking point between the golden ages and the post era, it would be season 4. But season 5, I think it was season 5. But people say season 4 was bad, and I was like, "What are you talking about? Season 4 was not bad." But season 5, where I had to like, "Damn, maybe this is getting bad."
It's external influences.
But no. I'm telling you, I'm saying, like I had external influences and I disputed them to the point where like I just couldn't lie to myself. Like I wasn't. It was just it was not the same. It just wasn't the same.
Yeah, Flash.
Yeah, it had become predictable to me.
I mean,
and that's not all bad. Predictability sometimes just keeps it interesting, But
no, it's not about that. It's about maybe I feel like the way I saw the Flash series was more of a. I always saw it as like a fun show. Like I always saw it as a show that I could. Maybe that's why I liked it. I saw it as a show I could watch, and it didn't need to be serious. Like it was more of a.
Okay, I definitely have those I definitely have those kind of shows where I'm tired. I just want to watch something, and it's like, oh, this is just entertaining. I see that.
It's like a fun show.
Okay, I see
that's
that.
how I saw it as a fun show. It's not
for
like
me. It wasn't
like
a fun show.
Heist. It was a fun show. I mean, fair.
Actually, it was, but like I remember, like because season 1 had a lot of suspense, in my opinion. Like the whole secret of Harrison Wells, finding out certain things. I feel like that's what I have attached to Flash. That's finding out new things, him discovering new powers, discovering new secrets. The
It all
different
comes around,
different
bro.
relationship points. How him and his father. Him and Iris, him and Joe. The team dynamic with Cisco and Caitlin, and I feel like that's what I associated as Flash. But I feel like when instead becoming into a more of a, like you said, just fun show and vibe, I guess that dissociation messed with me.
It
You could
has,
say.
I would say, towards the end, it does have some surprises, and I like when it comes full circle. Like when they now start showing like clips from Young Flash, like where you now see when this older Flash, like when when he went to go and try and save his mom, and
Oh,
then
things like
older
that.
Flash was like, "Nigga, stop!" You now see when he's like older Flash is going back to tell him to stop. I like
Okay,
the connection to
I
the
too
olden
like stuff
days.
like that.
Yeah, like where
I too
he
like
was like,
stuff like
oh,
that.
yeah, like, oh, I remember this when he was young Flash just trying to save his
Yeah.
mom. Then now you've seen old Flash, like, well, I don't. I mean, you're probably not going to watch it,
No,
but like,
I'm definitely gonna watch it. Don't spoil it. I'm
okay,
definitely
okay,
gonna watch
okay,
it. At some point, my
best.
nostalgia, I'm curious if it will get the best of me. I just know that at some point they will get the best of me, and I'll finish it. But
Yes.
for now, let's hold on.
Yes,
Yeah. So yeah, man, definitely probably at some point definitely gonna go back and watch Flash. Finish it and see what's there. But yeah,
definitely,
man.
bro.
But
I
check
liked
out
it.
I think her name is Makari. But let's take it Eternals, just like Eternals speedster or something, speed person. Now you see the animation was good. Like it was good speed animation, bro. Like
Good speed.
and she would do this thing where she would run up to you and like use like the shockwave. So you run and stop in front of you and then kind of push the shockwave onto you. Nah, it was cool. I definitely
I would agree on that there were some moments where you knew like the underhyped Flash's pass. Like you knew, yeah. There always moments where Flash can do more. If that makes sense.
yeah. His speed
Yeah, I
was
can agree.
inconsistent.
Yeah, like one moment this nigga is catching, but the
Yeah,
next moment he's letting it like
his speed was
it's like
inconsistent.
no,
True,
we know you can do more. Like I
true,
know,
true.
Flash. But that's what I was saying. I still feel like of all the superheroes, I'm telling you, Flash is like if all of them put them all in a city and say only one is getting out of this fucking city. Who is getting out? I'm telling you, Flash can be that guy. Flash is
No,
very
Flash
likely to
can
be that
definitely
guy
be that guy.
that is leaving this city. Like
Nah,
every
but
superhero put them
no,
all in one
no,
city
calm down,
and
calm down.
say,
Superman is a problem.
see, but that's the thing.
But
Superman is a
Flash,
problem. But
like I said,
Batman, Batman, Batman would die before he let Superman leave that city before him. That's one thing I know. Batman would die. He would die before he lets Superman. Even if Batman's dying in this city, Superman is dying in this city with. Even if it's both of them, he gets killed and he kills himself and Superman. Both of them would die in that city. And that's why I
that's
feel
the
like
funniest statement you made. Batman would die.
he would die in
Let
this city.
Superman walk out before him.
I'm telling you, bro. He would literally die before he
Oh
lets
my
Superman walk out.
goodness.
He will let anybody walk out except for Superman, bro. I'm telling you,
Jesus.
there's beef between those guys. Before Batman died, before Batman lets anyone leave that scene, Superman is the last guy he's letting leave. He would rather kill himself and Superman. Both of them would die together.
That's funny, man.
He would die happy. You literally see him smiling. Yeah, you die happy. Like,
But
yeah.
that's funny. That's funny.
That's why Flash is bro. But everyone else, yeah, Flash has him in the back pockets. Everyone else, bro. I'm telling you, Flash at his peak has them all in the back pockets. Like, give me someone you think stops Flash. So I've told you why Superman isn't stopping Flash, but give me someone else to think stop Flash. Or any superhero you can think of that I know
perhaps Wonder Woman, maybe.
Oh, Wonder Woman is a good shout, but then the power you're underestimating the power of love.
Oh my god, you're reading Flash still references. For a second, I was like, well, I think it was in power of the Speed Force. You get my power of love. I'm like, huh? You're reading Flash still.
I've been dying. Once you mention Iris, niggas are weak.
That's true, though.
Once you mention Iris,
that's true. Not gonna lie. That's true. That's so funny, man. Okay, I started to dislike their. No, don't dislike their relationship, but at some point, it's just
At some point they were
Yeah.
overdoing it. I couldn't.
Yes, it
But
was.
they calmed it down towards the end. But at some
Hmm.
point it was like, come
It
on, bro.
was too much,
It was
and
like
even
somebody
sometimes,
was
even
overdoing
like
it. It was like,
in my opinion, sometimes you should just be throw yourself off a building and say, "And no, come and save me," and throw yourself off a building. It was like,
okay, that was old Iris. That was old Iris. Please give Iris some credit. She's grown
okay,
up.
okay,
That was older.
okay.
You can't blame her. Imagine that was you. Like, I can't blame her for that. Like, just
I
imagine
can't
you
know.
just got
I can't.
introduced to a speed star. Like,
But
I mean, it's
no, but
surreal.
why are you putting yourself in danger like that? As in,
Because she
you
couldn't
don't have
believe
the
it.
training. Like, it's not if you go get the training, you know. After all, in the fashion right there, people like Arrow who don't have powers, right?
Yeah.
Get the training, but then don't try and do. Oh, I can do it too, and then put them in. Like it was sometimes it was too much for me. Sometimes it was like
I feel
you're
you.
not being
I feel
smart
you.
here. You're someone a super villain has superpowers. You're entering their lair to try and get a picture or a video or evidence. Like no backup, no nothing, no training, no powers, no gadgets. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
You know, that was old Iris. I mean, Iris has grown up, but Iris, even though I still understand, because okay, think about it from her perspective, is more of the side that like this Flash guy is now introduced into your life. Yeah, you love Flash, but then before Flash was there, you were like this super to yourself. You were like a superhero because you were always getting this, you know, the next big thing, the next big
Mm.
crook. You're always in their lair. But then now Flash has come, and Flash is like, oh, always trying to protect you. He's always trying to like
Okay, I can
stop
see
your
that.
powers. So you personally, you feel like that kind of like, oh no, but I was him. I was him before you. So let me still show that I'm him. So
Mm.
yes, he's not smart. But then
Like,
I
okay,
can see where
I can me too. I can understand why,
like you
but
be
then
like,
I
yeah,
still
of
think
course, it's not a smart decision,
it's
but
not
then
smart. I don't think it's
it's like
smart at all. But
it's not smart
I can
decision.
understand the motivation for sure,
Like,
for sure.
yeah, it's like,
But bro,
bro,
it's
I
not a
was the
smart
main
decision
man
at all.
before. It's like you're the
Nah,
main man now. You're telling me to
it's
calm
not
down. It's
smart
like,
at all, bro.
and the reason it was not the main big bad guy is because you know how you try and tell maybe a child to not do something, not do something, not something. When they finally get the opportunity, they want to do the biggest thing. Like, you know, this might be the last time I must do the biggest thing. So that's why I was
No.
always the main guy that can kill her within seconds. That's the guy that she was. Like, but then before Flash, she was not. It's not like she was finding those guys that will kill her. It was the main big bad guy, but not the like. They were not as bad as when Flash came and then were introduced
I
to
feel you,
more
sir.
powerful
When
people.
at various points, the relationship was. I just
I
did
can agree though.
I
I
just
can
did
agree.
it was just
I mean, but it's like Vin Diesel. It's all about family. It's all about family.
Loki as that's an
It's all
franchise.
about family.
I want to like Fast and Furious. Like I've only seen like three or four
Yeah,
movies out of the franchise. There's like 10 or 11 of them, right? I've only seen like
probably.
three.
Yeah, Fast and Furious 10. Yeah, probably. But I don't know. It just feels so overwhelming. Like going to watch
Yeah,
from the beginning because especially I
but
think I saw a clip from the
I want to
beginning
do
and it
that.
didn't look as good. I mean, it probably would, but I feel like I've been
I feel
spoiled.
like back
It
then it
didn't
was
look
more
as
about
good.
cars and racing.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
now they're
It's
superheroes.
just
Simple and short. Right now they are superheroes. That's facts. They are saving the world, stopping world ending threats, flying out of
yeah.
helicopters, flying no. Right now they are superheroes.
Bro,
Let's leave
I
it
think
like
there was
that.
one part Vin Diesel broke a floor. Vin Diesel guy is not
Right now
real.
they are
Bro,
superheroes.
bro,
But
see, the same way I say love for Flash, guy, once you just mention family, Diesel. Vin Diesel guy is a human. Like,
but
also
I
what he
definitely want to
did.
watch all of them.
There's one thing he did. I forgot whether he broke a floor or like he smart. Like this man is not a human being. Like and my beef is at least we know Flash is a superhero. This was a normal man.
Bro, they are
Like at
superheroes,
least
bro. At this point, my man, they're superheroes. I don't see my because it's funny and it's I always
oh god,
admire
it's too funny.
somewhat admire when I see like all these like long franchises. Like when you see like I started watching the first one, you know, see young Vin Diesel, see young Paul Walker, see young I think her name is Letty. I don't know her real name.
Yeah,
Um, but it's like dang, like look at this. This was back
it's
when
a
it was
long
actually
time.
about racing and cars. But you know, at
I mean,
some
they
point,
have to adapt. I feel like they
I
have to
wonder
adapt.
when they became which one did they become superheroes? And I know by 7, that's when we watched in movie
Yeah,
night
and
at
the,
school. By 7,
FNBS
they were
7.
stopping war threats.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they
I think
became.
that was around their superhero debut. Probably like 5 or 6 at this point, probably maybe like
But
5 or 6.
I think it was because of the market. Honestly, I think they probably started off as like a car thing, but then realized that that niche market wasn't providing the
I mean, probably
funds.
like I mean,
And then
how
they
many
saw
you can't
Flash,
really
they
make that
saw
many movies.
Marvel
Yeah,
about
with
racing. Like
racing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You
they
need to
were like,
spice it
bro,
up somewhere.
yeah, exactly. They were like, bro, we're getting too predictable. They probably were like, bro, we're always about racing. It's really like, bro, we need to spice it up. Then they saw Marvel, they saw DC getting the numbers. They were like, okay, we know what we need to do. We know what we need to do. Sweet enough. And then once they introduced The Rock, oh, you know it's
They'll
more.
be like, you think we're in the racing franchise, we're in the superhero franchise, bro?
Then the superhero franchise lying to themselves that they are racing because they are yet to introduce their superpowers. These names are not real. They are yet to introduce. The only superpower is family. Guy, now I don't think
Nah,
I can see Vin Diesel the same. I think whenever I see that guy, I must laugh. Guy, I'm like, I feel like whenever he goes anywhere like regularly, I'm sure whenever a father son calls something, he's like, yeah, family. He's going to mention family
oh
everywhere he
my
goes, bro.
god. But yeah, but definitely. But I watched Fast
Uh,
and Furious 3. That
yeah.
was a good movie. Tokyo Drift. That was a good movie. Now I think about it. Fast and Furious 3
So
was
do
a
you
good
watch
movie.
1, 2 before you hit 3, or you just watch 3?
No, I watched actually the first Fast and Furious movie I watched was probably 7.
No, yeah, no. I'm not saying the first one. I'm saying did you watch 1, 2?
No,
Because yeah, all of us.
I haven't watched
I
one,
feel
two.
like that's when we all were introduced to like before that
Somewhat. Like
7. Like I didn't
I'd
know
always
anything
heard
about
about
that.
it, but I never watched it. I think
Yeah,
7 was the first one where I was introduced to the characters. And
yeah.
then I think I watched 3 by chance. We're not showing on one movie channel, but just by chance I watched it. And then
Affairs.
I feel like I've watched everything. No, that's
No,
not
no,
true.
you've not watched
I've watched
everything.
7. I don't think there was an 8. Was there an 8?
FF8, I think there was, but I don't think
Oh yeah, yeah.
switched
Funny
numbers.
enough,
I
none
think
of
it's
their
FF8.
movies are
That's
actually called
FF
Fast
8.
and Furious.
You're lying.
Think about it.
FF8, FF7.
Now I'm saying,
You're lying.
literally, Fast and Furious 7. The name of the movie is Furious 7. It's not Fast and Furious 7. The name of the movie is
This
Furious
is
7.
see. Is
Then,
either
then,
you're
then, then,
lying or
then
someone lied to me.
the fifth
It's
one
one
is
of the two.
Fast 5. It's not Fast and Furious 5. It's Fast 5. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
no movie is actually. Then
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious 2. The name of the movie is actually Too Fast, Too Furious. That's actually the name of the movie. Not Fast and Furious 2. It's actually Too Fast, Too Furious.
Do you know that is either you're lying or someone is lying to me? Someone one of the two.
In fact,
Either
I'm
you're
looking
lying or
up. I'm
someone is
looking up
lying to
right
me.
now, and I just
None of them is called Fast and Furious. I remember
no.
FF7. FF7 is not
It's called
FF7.
Furious 7. Okay. Okay, look at it. So the first one is called The Fast and the Furious, right?
Yeah.
The second one is called Too Fast, Too Furious. Third one is called The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that we have literally Fast and actually no, yeah, you're right. Okay. I think the fourth one is just called Fast and Furious.
Okay, so that's technically Fast and Furious 1.
No,
Technically, that's Fast and Furious 1.
No, it's like this Fast and Furious 4. 4 is
I know,
called,
but like since it's called Fast and Furious, it's like technically
yeah.
that's Fast and Furious 1.
Then the fifth movie is called Fast 5.
Fast 5.
Then the sixth movie is called Fast and Furious 6. Right?
Okay.
Seventh movie is called Furious 7.
Furious 7 first.
Yeah. Then the eighth movie is actually called The Fate of the Furious. So
The Fate of the Furious.
The Fate of the Furious.
I've never predicted that. The Fate of the Furious.
Yeah, FF8, technically The Fate of the Furious. The ninth movie is called F9.
It's just F9. F doesn't mean anything.
No, just F9. Like literally, that's like F number 9, F9. And then the most recent one is called Fast X.
I feel like what's the last movie I watched? Because I feel like I've watched 2. That Fast and Furious 7 that we watched, and I feel like I watched another one, but I can't remember.
Fate of the Furious was also watching. We also watched that in school.
That's Fate of the Furious, maybe.
I mean, if you also counting Hobbs and Shaw, but technically, I mean, it's
okay.
It's,
No, not Hobbs and Shaw.
But yeah, I've seen Furious. We saw Furious 7 in school. We saw Fate of the Furious in school.
Maybe I'll start from 1. Maybe I'll just give it a try and watch from 1.
I've seen 3. I've seen FF3, 7, and 8 technically. So I haven't seen 9, I haven't seen 10, I haven't seen 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So I actually want to do like a Fast and Furious marathon and watch all of them. There's many things I want to do like marathons for, like Fast and Furious, Harry Potter. I think I never watched Harry
Oh no
Potter.
no no.
Never watched Fast and Furious. Never watched Pirates
Affairs.
of the Caribbean. There's so many things like
Pirates of the
that.
Caribbean.
So
I
many
was
things
about
that
to
I just
say.
never watched.
I was about to go on a different tangent, but then because of time, I'm just going to mention it. But I don't want to go into tangent. But bro, imagine growing up like 15 years from now, guy. You have a bank of movies. Like, bro, you may actually just waste the rest of your life watching movies. I'm like, bro, this is so many quality movies to watch. But then at the
True.
same time, maybe the graphics might be unreal at that time where you look at this and you're like, you watch this? You're like what's this? They're like this slow mo. They're like this slow mo. Like maybe then movies are so fucking like bro, slow mo. Like they see flash and they're like, this is a joke. They're like, nah, this is a joke. This is not fast.
Possibly.
But then
Possibly.
if not, guy, the movies I can't imagine the amount of movies you have to watch. Like, bro, they'll all be. Maybe it's nostalgia making it quality to me, but I'm just remembering that. Straight out FF7. Like, the movie it might have not been as good. But it's because we're watching it and everybody shouting.
The hype was
Bro,
crazy.
it felt so good. The movie felt so good. It might have not been that good. Since they were superheroes, people might have not. Maybe outside world might have even ranked that movie as a terrible movie. But just because we watched that movie in school, guy, it felt too elite.
Bro, movies in school felt so different, like Common Room. You know watch Kingsman?
Oh,
bro, the vibe around Kingsman was crazy.
Like, that shit felt too elite.
Everybody's like, whoa.
The vibe. Movies were just better then. I can't lie. Movies were just better, bro.
And also because like
elite.
It's just because like think about it. Right now we're somewhat, I won't say jaded, but like we're constantly watching videos, movies. So back then, like watching a movie is like it's not an everyday something. It's a treat. It's literally a treat. You know, right now you just pull up. You know, I'm watching music videos multiple points in the day. But back then, you know, we're just
actually a treat. But nah, bro.
It's just you know, it's a nice, it's a feel good thing. But that's wow.
People are around just shouting. I don't remember much movies, but I remember whenever someone did something, just everyone shouts. Guy, you don't need to know what happened. You just shout.
Yeah.
You don't need to know what happened. You just shout. That was elite. Watching a movie like that would be elite. I can't lie. Elite.
Did you hear about how a teenager died during the one chip challenge in, I think, Massachusetts?
Nope, did not hear this.
Have you ever done that? The one chip challenge? Nah, bro. Some of my friends have done it.
The only way I'll do it is if I'm making money from it. I'm sorry. Like, I can understand why a YouTuber would do it. Why, like, if films, I can understand why you do it. It's helping your brand promo. Me, a regular ass guy that's trying to do regular ass activities, go to school, go to work, make money. I'm not risking a health bill. Yeah, you see me, a health bill. I can't get that.
We can do that in the podcast.
My bag, bro. Come on, tell me. Sorry, bro. It's not podcast ain't making that bread for me to
who knows?
myself.
This might be the thing that takes it off. Local man passes out due to one chip challenge, gone viral. Oh my goodness!
This not. That's why I wouldn't do it because of for I know for my safety. Just that way for my safety.
But yeah, man, I was looking at the article.
He ate the whole chip, or was it just like usually? You know, everyone just takes a bite.
I feel like most people probably do the whole chip. But I'm trying to just see if
So was the death because he couldn't handle it, or was it because
possibly? I think. Wait, is he 12 years old?
No, was it bad? 12.
No, was he 15? I'm seeing more. 12. I need to. 12. I think it was a 12-year-old, bro.
12.
12, 13-year-old.
Downside of social media. If there was no social media, that nigga wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, for real though.
If there was no social media,
my
brother, you're not thinking about that.
R.I.P. to him though. Dang, that sucks. But yeah, man. But do you also hear about the earthquake in? I think was it Morocco?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's
another thing I saw too.
God, that was one of those moments I was just like, damn, bro. It was the same way, you know how we watched that army movie, and I was like, I was so memorized that, like, bro, we're here and niggas are actually living this shit in Ukraine. You know, when we were in Okolo's place, and
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
after I watched that movie, I was just like depressed. I was like, bro, we're here. And niggas are actually that thing we just saw. What's Hacksaw Ridge?
Hacksaw,
Niggas
yeah.
are actually doing that shit right
Bro,
now.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you're lucky enough to be here watching a movie about it, but that's someone's morning. They wake up and that's what's happening. I was like, bro, this like, guy. If you think about everything going on in the world, bro, I don't think you can function, guys. It's too much. It's like damn. Just be grateful you're here. Be grateful you're not fighting wars or going through that
I
shit.
feel you, man. I
Like
feel
when
you.
I saw that,
One movies
that
are always they're very sobering
yeah, very.
because it's like, dang, this is what people actually went through, and I probably people are going through right now. Is like they're very sobering. Like the other day, I watched All's Quiet on the Western Front. It's quite a sobering movie, bro.
I don't know how you watch these movies alone. Like there's nothing that would have made me watch that Hacksaw Ridge alone. It's just where all there, all guys are like, there's nothing
I
that made me watch
I
that thing
actually
alone.
yeah,
Like, why am
I
I
like
watching,
watching war movies, bro. Like
bro?
Hacksaw Ridge,
How's
All's
that shit?
Quiet on the Western Front. I'm about to watch 1917 soon. You
Guy, that
know,
shit, I mean, first to you, yeah, but I know that thing, maybe because of the way I think, but that thing, seeing it, I was just like, damn, bro. And I'm here. I was just like, bro, I'm here. Niggas are heads cut off, niggas grabbing, like, niggas' arms, legs gone. They're just carrying his upper body. I was like, what am I seeing? Like, I was like, then your brain now starts thinking, like, bro, I can't watch that kind of shit alone, bro. I'll just be like, damn, niggas
I
are
feel you.
popping off, like, and the way they make it in the movies, bro, so blood. Like I never mind a bloody movie, but the reason that it becomes different is because you know it's real. Like if that was a movie, like a created movie, you know, like maybe these guys are going to go and abduct one guy from Nigeria, maybe the prince of something, and then they are doing all this bloody, like it won't feel as bad. But because you know it's real, someone is telling this is his story. It's not it now hits deeper because like this is not that movie shit.
I think
This
about
is
how gruesome
real.
look. It's probably
This
more gruesome in real life.
exactly, and you know that this is a movie, so they even have to calm down. But imagine you were there, like, and that guy, honestly, that guy is built different. That guy never shot a gun. No, that's what we call built different. Can't lie to you. Like that's like he had a chance to like they didn't even want him to come. That's the thing. They didn't even want him to
So
come. They were
again,
like, yeah.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah. Where they didn't even want him to come. They were like, nigga, if you're not going to shoot a gun, get the hell out of here. Yeah, we don't want you to come. Yeah, forced his way to come to that field to help others, and was not even shooting a gun to protect him. Like he was not even protecting himself. Let me put it that way. Like he was not protecting himself, and that's how war is just sometimes so pointless. The way I saw that things like one morning they climb up, try and make ground. The next morning they are ambushed, killed. Like half of them are dead, and they push back down. Then they have to go back, try and climb back up. It's like when does this stop? Like, I was like, morning you go push forward. The next morning they do ambush you back, push forward, ambush you back, and it's not a game. People are actually dying. Each time you go forward, people are dying. Each time you ambush, people are
Mm,
dying. Now
yeah, bro.
it's like damn, it's
Because
like
I think about this like what was I going to say just now? It literally just left my head. Just about wars in general. Um, dang,
it's painful shit, bro.
that just left my
It's
head.
it's it's, it's all it's
I
all
forgot
good.
what I was going to say.
It's all good.
Um,
It's so good. It's painful. That's all.
yeah, but then nah, Jay,
It's painful.
wars are it's crazy, man.
It's
Actually, I just remember what I was going to say. And it's so interesting seeing like the propaganda,
yeah,
because most of these things, like the young men are like, no, I need to go. Probably
yeah,
like there's like an older man, maybe a parent, someone who has been through a different war, like, no, don't go there. No, I'm not a coward. I need to fight for my country. And
yeah.
then they get to the battlefield and like, Mommy, I want to go
Shocked.
home. When they're shocked,
Like
and that's what really happens.
yeah,
The propaganda was telling you like, it's there's glory, honor in
yeah.
dying for your country and all that. So it's like, you know,
And the truth is, the way I know for a fact, if I was living in that time, I'd have been thinking the same way. I would have been like, I'm not pussy. I'm not. How are my boys going to war in fucking China and I'm here just in America chilling? I would have had to go. Like the same way everyone, I would have had to go. Like I wouldn't have been able to stay on my own. I'd have been like, I have to go. Like everyone is going, I have to go. I have to go.
but
So
then
I
when you
can't
get there,
blame them because I know
you
I'd have made the
regret,
same
bro.
decision. Even if every like adult is telling you no, stay, no, stay. Guy, the way he was just pushed, like, it was like, yo, Mr. Like, are you pussy? Like, nigga, gotta go defend your court. Like, and you're like, fuck, I have to go. Like, I can't be the one staying here, and everyone else goes. Then when I now go, and the realization just hits, like, when you just like, if it's not even you to die first, but when you see that person like just gone, like, and the way the bullets just like going through the body, and you're like, you're like, nigga, this is it. It's literally like just going to hell. And if you look at it from the overview, like if you say that maybe you're like it's this super being and you're watching this happen, you're like, wow, why are they just killing themselves? Like they're just going to kill themselves. Like yeah, it's an unreal thing. Unreal thing.
It's wild, man.
Unreal thing.
It's wild.
Nah.
War is crazy, man.
It's
War
actually
is crazy, man.
Would you? And the thing is, I don't know. Would you have? That's one thing I was thinking about when watching it. Would you have rather survived that or just died there? Like, I was
I would
thinking
not
about it.
survive, bro.
I think I may have rather just gone died there. I can't lie, because I don't know. I won't have been able to live. Like I don't know. I would have just been living in I don't know. Survivors' regrets, like survivors' blame.
No, like
I
his dad in the movie.
yeah, I would have been even in what I think I might have
Survivor's
been what
remorse.
his dad even tried to like get married and shit. Like I might have just been on my own. He's tried even to try and get married and try and have a family. Like me, I might have just been on my own, like in some house. Like
Survivor's
I would have
remorse.
been in because those are your like you have to remember like they stay months in that boot camp. It's like okay, it's like literally you just have a Loyola semester. Like we just had a fucking semester together. Like these are your guys. Like you know these people now. And then
Nah,
half
wow.
of them are just dead. And it's
Wow.
like bro, I would have rather just not I just like than come back and just be
Wow.
thinking about it. Like damn. All those guys I knew, they're all gone. And then you go see their grave sites and like you even know their body's not even here, bro. Their bodies are probably there. Just like an empty grave, just there, just like that. I'd have been done better if I died in the war than me coming back because I don't think I'd have had that strength to even like tell this story. Like I'd have just been too shocked. I feel like I'd have been too shocked.
Bro.
Like, I can't even function.
I mean, if you're interested in watching more, you sound like you're
No,
not.
hell no,
Okay, never
hell
mind.
no.
But anybody interested in watching
See how
more,
traumatized I'm telling you
you
about.
can watch
My
this movie
brain thinks.
called Lone Survivor. It's based on a true story. You know, just go look it up. It was an interesting movie. The actual guy who was interviewed on Joe Rogan, talks about his experience essentially. But yeah.
Hell no,
So
bro.
Lone Survivor, it's an interesting movie.
Hell
Good
to
movie.
the fuck no, bro.
But yeah, man. Yeah,
Hell
definitely
to the
very,
fuck no, bro.
very, very, very sobering. Whenever I watch Bob, I always have a serious expression on my face. I'm like, dang. Yeah. Dang.
Hell to the fuck no, bro. I can't lie to you. I can't. I can't. I
So
can't.
people who go into the military, props to them.
But
Props to
at the
them,
same
bro.
time, it's like
Props to them.
it's unfortunately the world we live is like necessary. It's seen as it's necessary. If that makes sense. Like
Yeah, definitely.
it's necessary. It's just sad, but then it's necessary. It's like everyone there's always war to fight. Like you fair. I just wish there could be peace. Like I just wish like we didn't even if we needed to dispute, it was more. I remember, guy, my teacher lied to me. I remember when the first time I was introduced to this primary school. I think they were teaching us about one British war or something like that, and they told us that lie. They told us that oh yeah, that these guys, the two countries decided to fight, and then so they went into the battlefield with like props, and like they weren't really killed. So it was facing that they weren't really killed. That they were like, if you were hit, then you stayed down, and then at the end of the day, like guys, just imagine feeling a child about it. Like you stayed down, and at the end of the day, the people that have the most like there are people that are left standing. They win the war, and then everyone else they just like take everyone else goes back, but then that country like surrenders. That's what they told me. I remember them telling me that primary
Bro,
school
they lied
when they
to
were
you
trying to tell me
point
about
blank.
war. Like because you're a child now, they don't want to tell you the gruesome what's actually going on. That's what they told me. I remember going home saying that oh yeah, I was like when they were 40 days, people used to just agree, fight with props, and then if you get hit, you stay down. Then the winners now cap. nigga, like they were murdered. That's what was happening. Niggas were being murdered. But I mean, fair play to the teacher. She tried her best to explain. I mean, the fact I was not traumatized hearing it because it just seemed like a story, kind of. Just like, oh wow.
Mm.
This is like I was like, I forgot the name of the war, but she was telling me, yeah, that's how wars were fought. And she was saying the class, and as I was just listening, I was like, wow, that's interesting. Like people agreed. Your small mind, you there think people agreed to fight, and then they just said, oh, whoever wins will come over and take over my country. Like we'll just play fight, and then
I just let you think about the country.
yeah, just come take over the country. Like you win the fight, or you come take over, I will surrender. You take over the country. Like hell no, you guys they were dying in that battlefield. Like it wasn't. It's crazy. I was even about to start a new directive, but I don't want to start it if not we'll continue here too long. I'll save that for next time. Save that for now. I
So
don't
our
start.
next episode is gonna be our first milestone, episode 10. We're
That's
gonna
this
next,
one
no,
or the
this is
next
episode
one.
9.
Okay.
So next one gonna be episode 10. So we gotta make sure. Uncle was saying episode 71. Joe Rogan's gonna be here.
You will be here.
He didn't go past episode 7.
Guy, yeah, he's only featured in one.
Yeah, literally.
It's unreal. We need more. We need more from you, Cole. We need more from you.
Man, I'm definitely. I have some people in mind. I want to very soon start inviting one or two people just to spice it up here and there. I have a couple of people who have already expressed interest, but you'll see. We have stuff planned. We have stuff planned for you. But yeah, man. All right, man. Let's close this one out. I'm gonna get to church soon, even myself personally.
Yeah.
Close this one out here. We're back on our weekly. I know we said we're gonna be back on our weekly before, but now we mean it. We're back on our weekly. So, gonna see you next week. So thanks for listening. I'm gonna assume the people are actually listening right now. I'm gonna speak like people are actually listening. I'm gonna assume that.
Yeah, anyone has clicked off by now, can't lie to him. Even I have
Leave
clicked off.
comments,
Even I have clicked off.
like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell us what you want to hear. And but yeah, man. Till next time, man. Till next one.
So.